guys, today we're going to do a holiday look. The sun is out, which it hasn't been in a couple of days. I'm having a little something, but I've received a few products yesterday, which I thought would be fantastic for a holiday look, even an everyday look that I wanted to share with you. So, you know, I put on a little furry sweater because it's freezing, and I thought we would do full face. Got all my stuff on. I've got my sunscreen. I am again wearing the Mineral Magic from Tua, which has a little bit of a peach tint and it helps to cancel my redness, which I have a lot today because I did a mile lift. Oh, and I just bought the Metacube. So come January, I'm going to talk about all my tools, and hopefully I'll do that at the end of January, so I'll have almost 2 months of work with it so I can tell you what I think of it. And I did my mile lift and massage and the whole bit. So bit red, we're going to need some foundation. But I want to talk a little bit about what I got first, which is the Rituel de Fille's eye soots and their highlighters. So I reached out to Rituel de Fille a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, I'm a YouTuber, a mature YouTuber. I kind of hate to say that, I don't know why. And I believe women should look beautiful no matter what their age is, and they should have fun with makeup, and my viewers believe the same. And could you send me a couple of things? And they said yes. So thank you so much for Rituel de Fille sending me these great things. They sent me 2 other things that wouldn't be appropriate for this video that we will play with, and those are the products that you can put on your eyes and your cheeks. Your cheeks? Your lips and your cheeks. And we're going to play with those at another time, but right now we're going to play with these. So we're going to go on with the House Labs because, you know, we're going out. We want to be perfected. And I'm going to go with the BK Beauty 101 and just pick up a little bit. One pump seems to do it. And this color isn't bad for me, but especially if I'm wearing something high like this, you won't be able to tell, but it's a little bit too light for me. And this is 160. I believe that if you want your skin to really look natural and perfected, one, you gotta have the right color. It just won't look natural no matter how beautiful it is or how well you've applied it if the color doesn't work. And the undertone's probably the most important thing. I can go a little bit lighter and bronze it up if the undertone is fine. And, you know, looking at my neck, I'm thinking, not bad. I have been using this 36 brush for perfecting everything on my face, but I used it with the Poisson pods the other day, and I haven't washed it yet. So I'm just going to perfect, especially around the nose. There's a lot going on. And right here, so you don't have any redness coming through. And just kind of warm everything up with fingers so it will sink in nicely into the skin and look like it belongs there, that it's your skin. Oh, there she is. I was wondering where she was. Just trying to find a little bit of sun, even though it's freezing. So I've learned a couple of things in the last few days where we've had rain and really cold weather for us. She didn't like it, and she's been having she's been going to the bathroom in the house. I was surprised because the first time it rained, she was fine going outside to pee, and I thought, great, I've got a dog who doesn't mind the rain. No, I spoke too soon. Concealer. Now let's go on with these. I want to do a little swatching for you. So I got Golden Age and Serpent de Mer, and I just want to show you. These were small holes, but I can right now get my finger in it just doing this. I won't be able to do it for long. Just the littlest bit. And look at that. It is the most unusual texture. I'm going to get a little bit more. It's a cream, but as you blend it out, it feels like a powder. And it's so pretty. There's a bit of a sheen to it. It's kind of like a taupey dream, but you can go much, much darker with this too, which I think we're going to do. Same thing for Golden Age, which is like an antique gold. And I think no matter if you are cool tone or warm tone or your color eyes, one of these is going to be right for you for an evening holiday look. And I think this I could pretty much do every day. So while the application with the finger is great, I'm going to use a brush. This is a Sky Set brush, and it's a little bit dense. You could get something more dense. This would be great, but I had foundation on it. And this would be great too, the Rougher 36, but it's a little too big. I mean, it could work, but we're going to go in with this. And I did put this on with my finger last night. It was so beautiful. And I want to show you how this color could be an everyday one and done with a light hand. I'm going to go in with my finger now, but for me, what I just did here, everyday, one and done kind of color, but it's holiday. Look at that. And if you had a more dense brush than I used, you'll get this kind of application. And when it's on dense like this, you can see there's a little bit, I think, of a purpleness to this, but not terribly so. So it's not going to give you that deadening look that, for me, purples can do. And look, I just kind of pat it, and it's blended. It's really an interesting product. Right here I've got some wrinkles. I just want to hit it with the brush. Boom. So, so easy. Now I did get some right in here, which is not good, so we will clean that up in a minute. I'm just going to do the other side. I just had to tilt my camera. It was making me crazy that you could see the top of my head. It's just, I like to shoot a cutoff here. All right, so here we have just your basic, right? One shade. And for someone like me who's hooded, it's hard to do one of those blingy looks, honestly, because you're not going to see it on my eyes. And I think there's something really sophisticated with the uncomplicated eye. There's a cool girl element to it, like I am too cool to spend 20 minutes on my eyes. It's more effortless looking, even though you will see there's effort. Now I can't decide if I want to show you what this looks like over it just because I wanted to show you both. I was thinking I'll put this one on one eye and this on the other so you could really get a sense, but then I'd have a hard time evening it up. So I think I am going to put this on top in the center. And again, I'm going to go with my finger, which I cleaned off. And God, yeah, this is so, so pretty. There is a little bit of a purpliness going on here. And look at this, I'm hardly touching. I can't describe what this formula is. It is so unusual. I've never had anything like it, but when I was swatching it on my hands last night, I thought, I totally know why they call it eye soot. It absolutely makes sense. It just wouldn't stop giving me payoff like soot does, you know. And these are actually kind of nice together. This color, I think both of these colors will be good with my hazel eyes. Will help to bring out some greenness. Let's do a little contour. After all, it's evening, and that's about where I would see it. I'm going to try to do the Jolly Bit very dangerous game. Right here and right here. Again, I've said it before, but as women get older, they can get quite hollow. through there and look a little bit like Mr. Peanut Head. I am not a hollower. I am a, what is it? You're either a hollower or a, everything goes down. That's what I am. Sagger. How could I forget that word? So this is Biscuit in Westman Atelier. And just spend some time working that in really nicely. And work into your hairline. You don't want a little like white line right here where you didn't blend it in. No matter how you're wearing your hair, even if you're wearing it down, you might throw it up and laugh with caution to the wind and show it. We're getting there. All right, now I pulled a couple of blushes because I really don't know what I want to do. So we'll be playing around. One, I am doing a blush clean out and have been reminded of a couple of things that I have that I want to play with. This is no longer being made. It doesn't even have the Chanel scent anymore, but it's so pretty and it's kind of cool. And let's see what happens. It didn't swatch well on my hand, but what something swatches like and what it looks like on your face, two different things. So pretty. Chanel, bring back this color. Let me tell you what it is. Rose Cash, number 31. See how it has this kind of bluish thing, but on the face, it doesn't look deadening at all. And that, I think, will relate very nicely to the eye. What's showing up here is the Serpent de Mer, or La Mer, no, de Mer. So it should relate to that very nicely, and I think it does. I was also considering doing Flirtatious from Pat McGrath, which is a color I choose to go to when I really don't know exactly what to do, but I'm kind of on the cool end. But remember, we have the gold on the eye, so I might be making a mistake. I might be going too cool. Okay, just a touch of that. And I wanted to try this cream luminizer, which I think is called Phosphine. I could be pronouncing it wrong. It looks like this, and I was thinking this could be a lot like that Charlotte Tilbury, my very, very favorite color highlighter in a different formula. So it looks like that, and I just want to try and see, are these the same? They are not. So this is the Spotlight, and this is Phosphine. So we're going to use this, and I did try this on last night. It just melts in, and I think it'll be fine because we have so much coolness going on. Dot, 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 and then honestly, it just melts into the skin. Isn't that pretty? We're going to do some powdering. Now for evening, I might want to go a little bit heavier than I usually do for powder. Foundation lasts on me quite well, so I don't need setting sprays or powder to lock everything down, but it might be a little bit more sophisticated to have something that is a little more matte. I'm not going to go under the eyes yet though, because I still want to do liner. And first I'm going to do tight lining. This hourglass just stays. It's the only thing I found since the other thing that I really like was discontinued that stays. And then I think I want to go in with this one from Charlotte Tilbury, which is grayish, which I think might look nice. I don't think I want to do black, and just work this to the lash line. Just see what a little bit of gray liner does to help smoke everything out. The line was a little too thick on this side, so I'm just going to smudge it out, and then I'll have to smudge this out. My eyesight in this eye isn't as good as in this eye, so when I line this side, I really can't see anything. I have really been loving this mascara from Westman Atelier. It gives me more natural looking lashes, I feel. They're not clumpy. I just think, look at this. See how pretty? It almost looks, I don't know, does it look a little bit like false lashes, and yet it doesn't have that clumpy, heavy, weird feeling? I have to say, all of those Lancome mascaras I tried, I really don't like them. They don't give me that fluffy look. They don't make me look like I have more lashes, and this does. I want to take one of these teeny small little things and do a little lining underneath, which I usually don't do. I prefer a cleaner look on me because I feel like my eyes look smaller when I line underneath. But let's see what happens. I don't want to do anything hard, so I'm barely touching. And I think this formula is so unique that you could barely touch, and then there. Makes it a little more evening. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. Let's see. I feel like I need a little bronzer. I don't know, when I look in the mirror, I feel like I look a little icy. I want to even up the color a little bit. So I'm going with my Victoria Beckham. And I'll use it to warm up the skin a little bit and to shape a little bit again. Always work on that hairline. But I'm not looking for a bronze look. Okay, getting closer. Now let's talk about lips. So if you were somebody, and I have a few people following who make comments, if only I could find a right shade of red, or if only reds worked on me. I really believe that there is a red for everybody. There are so many different kinds of reds, and I love a red lipstick. I just love one. However, for those of you who don't, this look, which I would normally do a red lip with, we're going to find something else that is still around. So the Becca, I love. I did that in my nude face video, which I'll post right here. And also the Sesame, I really love from Bite, which I've worn for the last couple of videos. My 40 gifts ideas, that I was wearing Sesame, and I wore it another time, also discontinued. But the release that Chanel did about 3 months ago, I bought a lot of the lipsticks, not all of them. Every single one that I bought is beautiful. There's nothing like, ew, this is kind of weird on me. It makes me look a little bit dead. So we're going to try a few of those and see what works. And this is 186. I don't think this is the one. I definitely think I should take down my hair because we're getting close to the look and it will matter. I don't know. I don't think this is the one. This is 206, so the camera stopped. I'm not sure where it stopped, but 206. And I was just saying, if I were to do this, I think I would want to do a little bit of a lip liner. But I think this might be the right color for me. But let's try a couple more. Now this is $1.99, and you know what? I might like this one because it's a little bit darker, a little more evening to me. What do you think? I mean, and I don't need to line it, but is it too much? Should I do a little blotting? I think we're getting a cloud. I don't know, you guys, because I just lost the light. And 214. Now this is very dramatic. I love it. Look at that. I love this so much that I want a blush color like this. I'm just going to put some on my hand because it's so unusual, and pick some up with my finger. and put some on my cheek. And if I were going to do this, I feel like this can handle a dramatic, easy eye like this that's totally uncomplicated and almost a little vintage looking. But this might be the color too for a holiday party. And you'll look a little bit different because you're not wearing a red lip. You'll have a sophisticated eye on that is really easy to accomplish. It's not like 14 different colors and inner eye and, you know, all that deepening on the end and all that kind of stuff, which with my kind of eyes, once my eyes are open, you can't see really any of it. So I'm very, very pleased. A little bit of a highlight, but not too much. I like it. I do. But I think either of those three lip colors will totally work with it. All right, I think this is an unexpected holiday look because it just doesn't scream holiday, right? But it does scream evening, and I think it's more sophisticated. And yeah, just an idea, something for you to try out. And this is going to be a really long video. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was fun. I thought it was helpful. I really want to thank Rituel de Fille for sending me these products. I love these. And I think both of these could be one and dones. This one all over the lid. I mean, I have so much coolness. I kind of hate to go all over the lid with this, but I did last night. Gorgeous. So, so pretty. As it is, a little bit on the lid down here. Beautiful, easy for holiday. Really, really easy way to go. Kind of foolproof, honestly, to tell you the truth. The highlighter is super, super pretty and just blends into the skin. I put on the 3 dots and just, boop, did this, gone. There's no work to this one at all. It's lovely. All right, until the next one, mwah, ciao.